Hey viewers, subscribers, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2025 to all of you. Today I have another video for you that was recorded last year. This was recorded at the Lyttelton Police Station, where I decided to stage a mini protest because I was not happy with how a number of the officers at the station had conducted themselves on encounters with me. So I head over to that station at some point last year and I staged a mini protest for about 2 hours. I will not be taking you through the entire 2 hour long video as there was no incident, mind you. And I believe some of you, a lot of people would be surprised that the police did not react. I did look up the Lyttelton Police Station and it is not listed as a national key point. They could, however, still ask me to move away or to stop recording the station if they believed, if they had reasonable belief that my video recording may capture sensitive material or victims or criminals, etc., etc. According to my understanding of Standing Order 156 that was issued to the police, they may request me to move away from the station, and they could however not ask me to delete my recording or confiscate my recording equipment. I will eventually bring you some info on this specific standing order instruction that was issued to SAPS members. Now, for the entirety of my 2 hour video, the police did not interfere with me. They do take note of me, but none of them actually approach me or try to speak to me. And as a result, this is all that you're going to view in the video, just activity going around the police station. However, I have decided to combine this video with some interesting audio that I was informed about towards the end of 2024. This is regarding a discussion on Jacaranda FM relating to my activities. So I managed to track down the clip and I have included the audio into this video, and I would love you to listen along and hear what some of the listeners call in to say about me, what the presenters have to say about me, as well as an attorney who calls in to give her opinion. Do note that I will also stop the clip from time to time just to give my views on the conversation that's being had. But here's the clip. Let's listen in.
Previously with Martin Bester.
So there's this guy or people, I've watched a number of those on TikTok as well. Guys have now figured out that it's not illegal to film people in public. So they go around and they just stand there and they just take a video of people or buildings, houses, or whatever the case may be. And then when people confront them and get angry, then, that's entertaining.
Well,
so, Schuster did it back in the day, but I suppose with a crew and for a specific TV show, and it got revealed at some point, and then you probably sign a disclaimer that it's okay to use the material or whatever the case may be. It's now a different kind of space. Everything is on everyone's phones and everyone's taking videos and pictures of everyone, CCTV cameras up all over the place, and then you get these guys who are now using the opportunity to create content for their YouTube channels or for TikTok.
All I'm hearing is I'm a sad saddo who does sad things and I need attention.
So I shared this clip on a WhatsApp group that I belong to, and one of the interesting comments that came out was that the presenters actually premised the topic or conversation with their own opinions, so much so that the lady presenter goes on to perform some psychological manipulation or gaslighting, right? But I cannot fault them because ultimately it's their opinion. The only advice that I'll give to the lady presenter is that gaslighting does not come from a healthy place. So please look at that if that's how you are in real life. Now, the premise made by the presenters obviously sets the tone for the rest of the conversation or the topic, and you will catch this through the responses or the comments by the listeners when they call into the show. But let's carry on listening.
And people now need to be, this was the talk in our group. now people need to be educated. It is legal. You can't throw the guy out. Blah 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 blah. And I get people's disappointment. It's late.
Definitely, the public as well as the presenters do need to get educated about public photography and videography. The other point that you get people's disappointment that a person cannot be thrown off a public road, however, wow.
In the year, you've dealt with enough in your day. For goodness sake.
Also, why do you want to educate me on whether it's legal? Find something else to do.
Moenie onnodig wees nie.
Letterlik, jy's baie onnodig.
Dis die beste manier vir my. Moenie onnodig wees nie. Dis net onnodig.
Yeah, unfortunately, the whole point is to make you upset.
To get reaction.
Unfortunately.
To go for reaction.
The entire point.
Actually, the entire point is clearly obvious now that the presenters, as well as other members of the public, definitely do need to get an education on public photography and videography. And also, while it may not be your cup of tea, this is my chosen passion. It's wonderful how diverse we are as a country and as a populace.
I don't know if this has happened to you in your area. Apparently these guys, move from area to area and get different reactions as they go along. Has that happened to you?
Ja, gelukkig het ek nog nie daai ouetjie met sy selfoon wat almal video raak geloop nie. Maar hy gaan definitief sy voetjie verloor en hy gaan op spinnekop uit daai yard uit.
Whatever happened to the Poppy Act? You can't do anything without somebody's permission. I can't see that filming somebody else without their permission and distributing it could be a legal act.
Right?
Behandel hom soos 'n kind, aangesien hy wil optree soos 'n kind. Jy gaan hom toe en sê van, goeiedag, how goes it? Wil jy bietjie kyk, is mooi, nee? Ja, weet, is ongelukkig nou nie te koop nie, maar jy's meer as welkom om te kyk. Selfs as wat met 'n kind is, hulle sê as 'n kind tantrum, dan ignore jy hulle of jy gee hulle positiewe aandag.
Ek sê approach hom met 'n video en voeter hom met 'n sambok. Hy verdien dit, hy soek mos 'n pak slaag.
I'd actually like to give props to the lady who called in to say that don't create any drama. Don't actually, throw any tantrums when you see the cameraman outside your house. Another option is just to simply ignore the cameraman and then he'll go away. The other comments regarding acts of criminality and perpetrating violence against the cameraman, it's interesting that on live radio from a national broadcaster, the presenters just simply chuckle and actually not tell the members of the public not to engage in such activities or such criminality. They simply chuckle. Interesting.
Ja, ek weet nie wat sê jy nie. 084850942. Maybe there are some legal minds listening to the show this morning who can confirm how these things work. Because that's the day and age.
Is it a Poppy Act thing, actually? Also, could you possibly just film him back at his house while he's shopping and stuff, seeing that it's legal?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if there's a whole bunch of us, please don't complain because...
Yeah.
You started.
Hello pot, this is Ketel, exactly.
And where's the line? Where may you not? As I understand, you can do it in public.
Yes.
But you can't do it on private property. There's a difference.
And also legally, you're going to turn this around, put it on your channel, make some money off my images. There must be a standpoint to say, hang on a minute, you didn't make me sign an artist release form like most, even Leon Schuster would give people forms to sign.
And also, I want to know what's around children.
Yeah, I think that's very legal.
Children, schools and stuff. Because as I keep saying, it's not like we're not dealing with stuff. It's not like we're not living in an age where there are really strange things happening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That threaten kids
And safety.
families,
Safety.
security.
Yeah.
For goodness sake. Jy's onnodig.
Yeah, please.
Verstaan jy? Like enough now.
Hy moet op.
Liewe vader. 084850942. Wat sê jy? Just wrapping it up, this chat about guys going around taking videos of people in public, using it for content. Someone coined the phrase rage baiting. So they wait for you to react to it. Go, what are you doing? And then go like, I'm taking a video. And you're like, why? And they're like, because I can. It's illegal. No, it's not. Sometimes they even call the police. And police get there and then they're like, you know, what are you doing? I'm taking a video. In public. Oh, okay. Bye.
So stupid.
So it wasn't American. I always thought to myself, they should come here. And it is here. People do that for YouTube channels, for social media stuff, and they're looking for those people who lose their minds and get angry and stuff, and then that's their content. That's why it's referred to, I guess. I saw in the group someone called it rage baiting, which is quite an interesting way of making content.
Rage baiting. I have to play you guys this clip. Watch.
My button, the one that was blinking and it said don't push. They pushed it.
If the button wasn't there for them to push, they couldn't push it. The problem is with you. So you have to clean up the trigger. It's not that they stepped on your button, it's that you have the button for them to step on. Okay? So write this down. I take 100% responsibility for how I feel. No one can make me feel anything.
Yeah, but
it's like pranking, but in a different kind of way.
In a more annoying, you're gonna get a hiding kind of a way.
And people who do these pranks. Remember how many times Leon Schuster got hit?
Oh, a couple of times. He faced a few.
Nee, hy het al 'n paar keer.
Hy het gehoop.
Dit kan ook gebeur. Verstaan jy?
Hy kan maar video's neem van my, soveel as wat hy wil, maar as hy 'n video neem van my kind sonder my toestemming, dan gaan die poppe dans.
Ek kan nie sien hoe dit wettig is nie. Ek weet van hierdie materiaal word gebruik om inligting te kry en dan word daar mense se huise ingebreek.
Ja.
Mense word geroof. Mense noem dit basically reconnaissance, as ek dit so kan noem.
This is probably the most unintelligent comment or opinion that I usually get from people on the street. This person probably thinks that he's sounding very smart, but this is very, very unintelligent, right? Does this mean that you're going to go around now stopping every single person on the street because the person might not be holding a camera, but they could still be doing reconnaissance? And almost every single property can be found on Google Street View. Go to Google and you'll find your pictures of your house or your business on Google Street View. So can we please stop with this unintelligent opinion? Thank you.
Dis baie maklik. As hy inkom met so 'n video, dan spuit ek vir hom papnat met 'n tuinslang. Dan koel hy af en my tuin kry water.
So this one talks about spraying water on me, and again, the presenters chuckle. In some cases, this can actually be construed as common assault according to South African law. Please make your listeners aware of this.
Yeah, I suppose that's our greatest fear in South Africa, is that, you know, people could spot things.
It's a safety concern,
plotting
of
a
course.
crime, yeah.
No, they know you've got this and you've got that, and that's where it's at.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's the dogs and stuff. It's just, I feel uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, we had it in our hood a couple of years ago. There was a group of guys who would watch to see who leaves the street, and then obviously try and get into those houses. I mean, it's just a thing.
In the context of South Africa,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
No. We don't do that here.
It's just a no-no.
En as jy nie wil hoor, gaan jy voel.
You don't go around doing annoying things just because it's legal. Right? Do you?
No.
Do you go up to people calling them names, and then they go, "You can't call me that name." You're like, "Well, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
It's childish, man."
Yeah. Agreed.
But what does the law say? What says the law? My goodness, we've got so many laws and things in this country, and there's the Poppy Act, and it's this and that. Could this be legal? Let's hear from Megan Harrington Johnston. She is the managing partner at HJW Attorneys, always our go-to when it comes to legal advice. Megan?
Hi, Martin. I was listening this morning to the debate you were having on air about the individual in your state who is filming private individuals for entertainment purposes, and wanted to let you know that this is most definitely a breach of the Poppy Act. Poppy recognises that individuals have the right to determine how their personal information is used and shared, so recording or filming someone without their consent is of course considered a violation of their privacy rights. There are various remedies available to individuals in this situation, and fines of up to 10 million rand can be imposed.
So I have to interrupt this one and tell you an interesting story that I heard from policemen at one of the police stations I visited a few days ago. they told me how they inform members of the public when they come in with certain matters, that whether they can win them or not, and they advise them not to go to lawyers, but they always end up going to lawyers, and then they come back and complain to the police that they lost the case. And this is another example of this specific individual already marketing herself, talking about 10 million rand fines that can be imposed. Guys, a lawyer will tell you that they'll win every single case. Why? Because they are billing for every single minute of consultation and work that they do. So a lawyer is not going to tell you that this case is too big to handle. They will always tell you that they're going to win. And yeah, let's just listen into the rest that she has to say, which is actually quite insightful.
There are, of course, exceptional circumstances, like, for instance, for journalistic purposes or for security purposes, you may be filmed, but these are judged on a case-by-case basis. I hope this clarifies the debate that was being had on air this.
She did great by highlighting the exemption in the Poppy Act, which I have spoken about on a number of my videos. This was actually a great opportunity for her to educate members of the public and give them the full context of this exemption, but she unfortunately chose not to. Perhaps it could have been a time limit to each caller, or perhaps the people will get the full context when they pay that consultation fee. However, you can get it for free if you watch Mzansi Camera Guy's videos where he explains the exemption.
Morning.
Well.
Where are you now, Mr. Rage Baiter?
because I'm guessing our Poppy Act is different here to the States.
Yes, must be.
Poppy.
Kyk nou.
Ja, die poppen gaan dans. Ja.
Who knew?
You're with your morning family. Breakfast with Martin Bester.
Alright, so that was the clip that I was able to download. I am not sure if this was the full show. There were other comments that were left out. However, I will leave you as the viewers to judge for yourself, give your opinions. As always, you can share your views and opinions in the comment section down below. However, that was the full show. As I've always said, I am a freelance journalist exercising my right to journalism that we all have as citizens of the country, according to section 16, 1A and B of the Constitution, that grants us the freedoms of press and media, the freedoms to gather and share information and ideas, which is all journalistic. So I encourage other members of the public, other viewers, you can start exercising your rights as well and engaging in such activities, because the Constitution protects it. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I'm not going to play the entire 2 hours. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can continue creating content for you. And thank you for watching.